Hello, 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 everybody out there. How's it going on a Wednesday? We're over here in the creamery doing a pregame stream for the first day, day one of 5/23/25 festival. There's actually 5/21 this day. We're over here. We're gonna hang out until the start of the Mall Dad Entertainment stream at 9:30 p.m. Woo! Song. I'm gonna say this about my own music. I'm fucking giving myself a fucking huge pat on the back by saying that. Myself prepared over here. Bernard, I see you going in here with the cheers. I'll come on and I'll do it for you. Actually, maybe I'll go for the camera. Cheers, little mushrooms, little pink mushrooms. Oh, we got a cat in the background. The lovely stuff of having a bed in the back of your stream again. Your cat can just chill. I mean, my head might be covering her most of the time with this one spot that she has chosen. But now I don't have to actually have a cat cam on a cat bed because she actually prefers my bed. Let me turn down the the music here a little bit. I think I'm talking over it. Or I'm trying to talk over it, at least on my end. But hello, welcome on in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Katie else I can't hear, but I'm here if that counts. All right. No worries if you can't hear. It totally counts if you're in chat. We're good. I'll type in chat actually for you. Thanks for being here. Cause we're just hanging out. This is literally like I don't have any plans for this stream to be anything other than a pregame, like literally like an hour and a half. It was gonna be an hour and a half. Because I was going to go live at 8, but it's going to be a little bit longer than an hour and a half now, because I was just kind of vibing. My roommate left to go hang out with a friend, and I was like, shit, why not just stream? Like, I was already going to do it. I'm already in a much better, okay. So I'll put it in this thing. I'm going to tell a story about my day, or more so maybe about my week so far. I've had kind of a very eventful week, and also, like, okay, here's the thing. I streamed on Saturday. The last time I streamed was Saturday. I streamed a mini, like, concert from my living room. It was actually pretty long. I say mini concert. It was like an hour and 15 minutes. And there was also like another 20 minutes of stream before that. So I streamed for like an hour and a half on Saturday. And then Saturday night, when I was streaming, after I got done streaming, I went out. I actually went out I went to go see a friend. I went to a local, like a place, like a little downtown area, and I got some food with a friend of mine, and it was really fun catching up, seeing her. She got this giant fucking margarita, like for her and her friend. It was called the Margarita for Two, and when it came, I asked the waitress, I was like, does it come with a ladle or something? Like as a joke, because I'm a haha funny man. I'm more like a dad, if anything. Like straight up, I just got straight up dad vibes when I go to like restaurants and shit. Whatever, I guess I wonder who I used to go to restaurants with as a child. Maybe it was my father. It was more fun when I went with my father. My mom was not. My mom is that lady. Like, she's just like, I don't think I actually need to say much more than what I just said. My mom is that lady where when you go to restaurants, don't go to restaurants with my mom. Just a heads up to anybody out there who's thinking about attending, going to dinner with my mother. Don't. And actually, the way that I phrase that, like for several reasons, please don't. Yeah. So what was I talking about? Saturday, yeah, after stream, because it's been a couple of days. It's Wednesday, so we've had a couple of days off here. And now we're kind of back on more like the schedule that I was normally doing, where I'm like Thursdays, like in the middle of the week, as opposed to What did I do last week? Friday and Saturday? I actually streamed on the weekend? What? Oh my gosh, I'm weird. So Saturday night I went to dinner, and then I actually came home real quick and like hung out for a bit before I actually went to a show. And I actually had a really good time. I was only there for a couple of hours because it was going until like 2 a.m. And I'm just like, man, I don't know if I can do 2 a.m. Like most shows I go to end at like 11:30 or midnight because like the venues are normally not like, this was like a more of a local kind of show, like kind of a, you know, a bar. So it was going a little bit later. I dipped out by like 11:30. I was like, I just can't do it. And plus, I'm also not, welcome to your stream. I'm me. Hello. Hi, Maldad. Welcome on in. I'm not sure if it's anybody's noticed it in the title, but I hopefully did this right. And I have exclamation point festival. Exclamation point festival in the chat, everybody. It gives you the best thing. It gives you all the information and the stream to go to, so I don't have to say any of that shit. But I will say it at least once. Hey yo, I'll say it in more of like a professional setting. Hey yo, are you looking to discover some new underground music artists at one-of-a-kind digital music festival right here on Twitch? Well, that's oddly specific, but you're in luck. The 5/23/25 festival is happening from 5/21/23. That's over at Maldad Entertainment. The link. The link is in the chat, everybody. Go follow Maldad. I think. Also, do I have to congratulate? I'm going to click the link. Do I get to congratulate Maldad on hitting 50 followers? That's sick. Hell yeah for hitting that big 50. Congrats. Starting at 9:30 p.m. EST each day. Make sure to tune in to catch sets from Saint Mop, Jamification, Fall from the Stars, X-Row, and so many more. Looking forward to seeing you there. Yeah, it has a cooldown of every 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds, if someone comes in chat and wants to find out about the festival, boom, it comes in there. And anybody can do it. I'm promoting the fuck out of this fest for you because like I've really been looking forward to this. It gives me something to do, and I haven't had shit to do. I'm getting ready for my trip actually next week. I leave in a week, guys. I am leaving up north. I am driving to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which if you're not familiar with Michigan, and a lot of people do know that Michigan has two peninsulas, but they like. To get to the very tip of the peninsula, I think it takes about 9 hours to get to, like, if you have, this is like your normal Michigan map, right? Like the bottom mitten, but if you add the top mitten, and like it's like kind of not really like that. It's kind of a little weird. But that top part, if you get all the way to the tippy top, it's called Copper Harbor is one of the places you can go up there in the Keweenaw Peninsula, which actually, my dad, because he went to school up there, look at this. I have the field guide to the geology of the Keweenaw Peninsula, Michigan, that my dad gave me for my trip, and it actually has, it's actually really cool. Thank you. I peed myself when I saw the big 50. Yeah, that's all. It's always a good, it's a good feeling to see that. Pale Clone, welcome on in. Welcome. We got another, Pale Clone to Recognize? I cannot fucking talk to, I made a YouTube short. The first YouTube short I've like ever made on my Kaiwill YouTube channel. I've actually been kind of trying to get into making YouTube shorts because they're kind of fun. And so I think I want to try to make like at least like maybe 1 or 2 a week, like if I can, because they've been fun. But I was trying to I made a YouTube short to promote this stream and the festival today over on Kaiwill YouTube. And I could not fucking talk. I was fucking stepping over my words. In Calgary, Michigan. Seems cool. Ooh, Calgary. There's a Calgary, Michigan? Where's that at? Well, now I need to look that up on the map. But welcome on in, Pale Clone. Stop at least one big boy on your trip. They legit get more. Actually, you're not wrong. From my recollection, I think didn't we hit up a big boy that was like closer to like the bridge when we were on tour one time, and it was actually like I remember it slapping. I remember it being like way better. The ones in like the by down here by like in the Metro Detroit, like I don't know. There's an IHOP in like where so complete sidebar is like from everything. There's an IHOP across the street or somewhere down like near the Renaissance Center in Detroit that like I remember going to that was gave me like the weirdest vibes ever going to eat there. I ate there when I was at Youmacon in like I think it was 2010 or something like that. It might have been it was 2011 maybe 2012. When did I start going to Youmacon? It might have been later. It might have been earlier than that. I think I started going to Youmacon in 2009. Maybe when I was in high school. Did I start going to Youmacon when I was in high school? I can't remember. Michigan seems like a dream to me now. Michigan is all I have known my whole life. It's definitely, if Michigan's a dream, then yikes. Big yikes. My life is a dream. I've already had that fun thought. I have here Waterfall and Lighthouse Guide. I'm not very familiar with the Simon and Garfunkel catalog. Simon and Garfunkel reference. What particular song from Simon and Garfunkel was that? It slapped so hard I still remember the taste 15 years later. Yeah. America. Okay, maybe I'll have to check that. Maybe I'll have to check that out. Ooh, a pictured rock cruises. This is actually in like the opposite direction, I think, when I looked at where this is, of where I'm actually going to be headed to. Unfortunately. So maybe there'll be another time where I'll go back up. Obviously I think we've done pictured rocks because we have the fucking thing here. Here is a placemat from a diner that has a map of Munising, Michigan on it. Very interesting. Has some lodging choices. I think I'm actually going to be going through Munising, so maybe there are some pictured rocks areas that I can go to. Because I think I'm going to be passing through here. Maybe this is a good one to keep. Actually, I wanted to take pictures of these and then give these back to my dad. Keweenaw County guide map from Whoa! Look at this. 25 cents. 1964. This is... When you come to pregame with Kyle, you look at guide maps from the 60s. Oh, wow. This is actually very detailed. Holy shit. Wow. A very detailed map of the Keweenaw. Like, look at this. I can't actually look at. Oh, it has cigarette burn or like stuff in it. I was like, I don't know if I can actually look at this. I can't talk into the microphone. Look at. That's a good one. I should digitize these, or at least copy, take pictures of these with my phone and stuff. Quincy Mine, Keweenaw. There's a lot of stuff. Houghton. Guide maps of Houghton. I'm not gonna be going that far. Houghton's actually further than where I'm going. This is and then there's and then this book has so much shit in it. It's crazy. There we go. Everybody's gonna I can't believe I was in a chat the other day, and I think it was Goop's chat. So that's Goopus McGurg, who, if you're not familiar with on Twitch, I would give a shout out. You should maybe give it a shout out in the chat. You know, give Goopus McGurg. There's so much in this little book here he gave me. But I'm gonna put this back over here. I was in Goop's chat. There, I was like, what the fuck was I talking about? I was talking about a thing. And in Goop's chat, I was saying where I was visiting, and they're like, "Oh, I live there." Welcome, happy early welcome, or something like that. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So kind of cool, and they were showing pictures on the Discord of a hike that they recently went on in the area, and they're like, it's actually really easy to kind of drive and then walk to anywhere. Don't have to. It's not too hard of a hike or anything. I'm like, sick. That's exactly what I'm looking for when I go up there. So I am, I'm going to be doing that. I was like, what the fuck is Media Player doing open? It's playing my music. That's what it's fucking doing, Kyle. Which means I could probably close this for now, so it's not. That doesn't need to be open. But yeah. We're having a blast over here. We're having a blast. We're literally just started stream. I don't know what I mean when I say we're having a blast. I'm having a blast because I've been having a good day. Well, I didn't even really get into my full day yet, or like the rest of my weekend. I went to that show and then I came home, and I've actually been talking with my ex-wife like nearly every day for like an hour or maybe sometimes 2. That night we talked for 2 hours straight. I got back from the show, and like I said, I left at like 11:30. I got home around midnight. So I talked to her till like 2 a.m. my time. She's in Hawaii now, so it wasn't like that late for her. And she fell asleep, and then I was still up, and then I was just fucking garbage, like but not feeling good for like 2 days after, at least 2 days after that. And then yesterday, I was feeling a little bit better, and I ended up giving this guy a ride from the airport after I went to my dad's house to pick up some pizza bags because I'm gonna try to start door dashing to make a little bit of extra quiche again because like I need it. Like, or I shouldn't say need it. I do need it, but I also want it. So like I got some pizza bags from my dad's house. But then I woke up today because I was gonna DoorDash today, and then I woke up today and it looked just awful outside. And I know you can make like decent money sometimes when it's raining and whatnot on DoorDash. But also, like, fuck that. Like, it just was like I woke up, I was in a bad mood. My head was in a bad place. I felt like just meh. Maybe today isn't the DoorDash day that I was thinking it was gonna be. Maybe we postpone that for another day. And then I ended up calling my dad and talking to him about some stuff, and it was actually really nice. It's been nice talking to him. Because Lauren actually started a new job. So she can't just call me when she right when she wakes up. She had to go to work at like 7 a.m. So yeah, been a lot of stuff going on over the course of the last couple of days. And then today, I actually slept last night for like way too long, and I think that's maybe why I woke up in kind of a weird mood today. I think I also had a bad dream where I actually made a voice memo of it, because I figured, like, what's the best way to remember a dream? A lot of people say write it down when you wake up, but I think I have a hard time, like, remembering or, like, writing down what would happen in my dream. It's easier for me to, like, speak it out, right? So I made a voice memo on my phone about, like, what my dream was about, and it was like, oh, there was a painting, and I painted a woman's face with several eyes, and it was purple. Ratboy90, thank you so much for subscribing. And Pale Clone, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Creamery. Why do we call it that? Don't ask. I'm gonna come. Oh, 48 months. Hold up. 48 months is a big fucking deal, my dude. 48 months. If you take 48 divided by 12, you get 4. So, with that fun math fact, that's 4 fucking years. 4 whole years. My favorite kind of year is a whole year. And when I say a whole year, that's a year where my whole... You know what? Actually, we'll save this for After Dark on the next Kyle After Dark stream. Dude, I don't mind it. So I don't mind it so far. I'm hearing was hanging. Yeah. And then murder my demons. I don't know how to do, like, I've never done like lucid dreaming, but I do. I have to take psychedelics. Like you kind of get on like the same level as psychedelics sometimes. I feel like, right? You didn't miss anything. Kyle, DoorDash was dead as fuck today. Honestly, my brother apparently went out because my brother also does DoorDash. And I called my dad, and he said my brother went out, and he was out for like an hour, and it was like no one's tipping. It's not worth it today. Fuck it. And I'm like, all right, maybe I did. I'm like, it looks like I actually made the right fucking choice. But Uber Eats, I've heard, and there's also like an Amazon thing I guess you can do. And then I wish I had a newer car, otherwise because I don't know if the car we have would be like they'd let us do like Lyft or anything with that shit. I drive people around. People would be like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm like, I'll be wearing like my shirts, like just showing chest. I'm gonna come. That was my interpretation of that message, by the way. Apparently. thinking of starting an OnlyFans as a trans femme dom. I feel like that's a pretty good market, right? Yeah, I think that's a pretty good one. Do it. Exactly. That's a pretty good market. Like that. I guess that's my way of saying fucking go for it. That's probably make some damn good money. Get that bag. Yeah, get your bag. I mean, honestly, I've thought about doing OnlyFans content where it's every dollar that you give me for my video is how long you want me to edge until I come. Couldn't do it. I barely stream on Twitch, let alone want to even do sex-related work. I have a feeling, like, I don't know why, but like, I have a feeling I wouldn't give a shit about doing that kind of stuff. I think I've joked about making an OnlyFans far too many times, and I started looking into it one day, and I forgot, and I think I ended up closing that tab. I should reopen that tab. A natural ball buster. There you go. That's already built into your genes. It's already built into your programming there, right? Then you don't even have to do much. That's when it's the best. One time I said I would do, like, I think I made a Facebook post one time where I was like, if I was to make an OnlyFans, I would do really niche content where I'm like wearing like a Buzz Lightyear costume and I'm like, I am Mrs. Nesbit, and then I like show my feet or something, like super niche content. I don't think that's exactly what I said on Facebook. To be honest, knowing you long enough, I know you could do it. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I love how like I'm talking about this shit and there's like the music in the background is like chill piano music. Can we point this out for a second? One Twitch is a great adaptation for the modern age. Because we needed a modern age of 2 girls, 1 cup, 2 gals, 1 Twitch. Actually, doesn't it have to be like 2 cam girls, 1 Twitch? 2. Oh my gosh. Or like 2 subs, 1 bucket. No, God, that has like actual double meanings if you go too far into it. 2 subs. I meant like subs, like subscriptions on the platform, but 2 subs, 1 bucket sounds like an upgrade from 2 girls, 1 cup. Oh, shit. This is gonna be one of those ones where like I'm gonna upload the VOD to YouTube, which I realized I have not been uploading VODs to YouTube like all month. But thankfully, we've only had like 3 streams this month. Not thankfully, I actually like miss streaming. I want to try to have, once I get back from my trip, I want to try to do more streams in June. I know that I am going to stream tonight and hopefully the next 2 nights as well before going into the festival nights, and then raid in like every night into the festival just to like try to like bring in more people, because maybe other people will be able to tune into my stream tomorrow or Friday, and so I'm just gonna kind of dedicate these next couple of nights to doing like 2 hours, like, you know, or so streams before raiding into Maldad for the festival days. Just making them like pre-game kind of streams. I might miss a, you know, Thursday or Friday. Like I might miss one of the next 2 days. I hope I don't. I really don't think I have much going on. But tomorrow is the normal stream day here, so I might also go on a little bit earlier tomorrow and play some Stardew Valley. Because I've actually been really wanting to play that. And the only reason, and I'll admit, I've been putting it off. And I know why I've been putting it off is because we're still only halfway through winter. When I reloaded my game and I looked at the save, we're only like halfway through winter, which means I have to do like 2 more weeks of winter in Stardew Valley. And like it's just, I know it's kind of a slog, and I know it's going to take like another whole stream to get through before we actually have like the actual content where we're actually going to be like building stuff up, which also means I feel like that once that starts, I'm going to be more busy in Stardew Valley when I start playing the game, and I won't just be like this boring game. So like I'll probably want to play more, so maybe I'm putting it off so that I don't get addicted. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm putting it off. But I think I'll play a little bit tomorrow before we raid in. And then that way, if we can actually get close to the end of winter, then the next time I stream, when I get back and want to play Stardew, boom bagagigo, then we can just play Stardew and just go right into spring, which is what you want to do. I think I'd be too shy for sex work too. 10 years ago, not so much, but I'm so monogamous and chilled out now. I feel like I'm the opposite. I think I flipped. Like, I feel like I would be, like, too shy 10 years ago to actually do sex work. But now I'm actually way more out. I mean, like, I don't think I've talked about, like performing for people on stream. I don't know if I really want to. It's Twitch. I don't know if TOS on Twitch says that I should. So I think I'll just end it there. But love that for you. Love you for that, brother. Thank you. Oh yeah, I want to. I very much want to promote this festival. I know I missed the last one, and I jumped on super last minute on this one. So I felt like the least I could do, since I wasn't able to help with a lot of the planning and stuff, or like whatever, is kind of just promote the fuck out of it on my own channel, bring people in, try to get some new faces over on the Mall Dad side of things, because I know that you've been killing it over there, and I've been kind of having my own shit. Like, Lauren stayed here for 2.5 weeks, moved to Hawaii, and then since she's been in Hawaii, we've been talking like every day, and we're like, what are we doing here? She's like, I wish I hadn't left Michigan, and I'm like, well, you didn't have to. She was in stream on Saturday here. And I'm like, we don't have to like say that we're dating, but we can like just be really good friends that like still like that kind of act like it. Ooh, who's gonna stop us? May I remind you that you once aided in kidnapping me? This is, you know what, Rad Boy, take it off. If Twitch would allow you, I think that. Now, okay, here's the weird thing about Twitch. Twitch's TOS and community guidelines and stuff with nudity, or specifically the top half of a man being shown on Twitch. I believe I can, if I'm wearing like a robe or something, kind of like have it out or whatever, but if I'm wearing a shirt, I'm not allowed to like take the shirt off on camera to then be nude underneath or something, because that could be considered stripping or something, and then somebody could gift a sub or bits, and then that could be like misconstrued as sex. I can't remember how it is, and sometimes I feel like people just make shit up to scare you. So I just toe the line very carefully. I show my chest. I think I might have shown my nipples like maybe once or twice while I was like shirtless, or something. Oh my gosh, that story was. Have I ever heard this story from the perspective of Rad Boy, and not from our perspective? That I was there. I think I was there that night, wasn't I? Did it happen multiple times, or was it only one time? If it was only one time, then I was definitely there. So didn't we go to Rad Boy's apartment? Like, this actually sounds like it. Telling it in retrospect sounds really bad. Like, what kind of were we teenagers, like late teens, like 18, 19 when this happened? Were we in our early 20s? I can't remember. Either way, I feel like it was a little fucked up of us. Oh my gosh. Memories. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this. It was just that one time. That's what I thought. I was gonna say, if it was just because it was with your van. Yeah, okay. That was so fun. I remember too much about too much. Sometimes I was doing nothing in your dad's apartment, my future ex-wife. Yes, I was right. I remember her. I go out the door and these motherfuckers yoink me. Into the van! Into the van! Yeah, I think because we're a little bit younger. So yeah, I think so at 2. So I think it was. I was gonna say it was after graduation from high school, at least. But like, because when we were like really fucking rambunctious, dude. I remember. I have not shared. Okay, I was 6, yeah, because we're a little bit younger. So like, I got so back in the day. I have never shared. I don't think I've ever shared this kind of stories with people, but it's getting brought back up. And holy shit, woo! When we were younger and we would drive around and we would take bananas and throw them on people's front yards, and it wasn't even egging, which is like way worse than throwing bananas. Like bananas are like way easier to clean up than an egg, and I think sometimes did we like draw smiley faces on them? So we weren't like being malicious about it in any way possible. It still made me feel so fucking uncomfortable every time we would go out and do it. Because I was like the like most like just timid, like I didn't want to get caught doing anything wrong, which is like so I feel like not me anymore. Like I do like some crazy shit that I do crazy shit on Twitch that I probably wouldn't even do like in my own room like 10, 15 years. Definitely 15. And I was like, oh shit, I forget that this song is in my like music. I never released this. I actually want to reach out to this Discord and see if I can actually put this out. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that they were wearing underwear. I think all they had was fully naked. But I think maybe you're trying to tone it down for TOS, to Twitch TOS. But guess what? Here, I'm the TOS. I don't know what that means. I'm the one who TOS's. That almost sounds like PMS's, and I don't think that's what I do. I don't think it is. Shouldn't I know that? Shouldn't that be something that I actually know? I was so sure. Ugh, maybe you edited the memory for your own good. Well, you heard it. Sometimes the brain can do magnificent things for us that we weren't even expecting it to do. We didn't even ask it. Zora is so cute on the bed back there. I can't believe. Okay, so I've only done, I think, one stream because I moved this bed last Thursday, and I did a stream on Friday and Saturday. So I only did one stream was in the living room. So I did this, I moved this bed back here, and every day since I've had this bed back here, I've slept way better until last night. I got some, last night was, very rocky. I was up and down all day, all night, all throughout the evening, and I just wasn't getting good sleep. And then when I finally did, and having weird dreams. Oh, that's what it was, like Blink-182. Oh, okay, that makes sense too. The 80 was a sock. That's what it was. It was a sock, not underwear. Wasn't it Blink-182 that did that in their one in the What's My Age Again music video? Does my memory serve me correctly, or am I editing memories? Or is that a different music video? Gotta leave work and head home now. I'll see you all at the fest. Let's go. Oh, we got a stretch from Zora in the back there. Thanks for the good vibes. You are welcome for the good vibes. Thanks for having me be a part of your Oh, it was RHCP. Okay, I thought it was Blink-182. But RHCP does sound more on. But so were they just naked in the? I feel like was Blink-182 naked and blurred out in What's My Age Again then? Because I feel like they did something similar. But RHCP put the socks on the cocks. This is the cock socks, if you will. I'm gonna just sneakily look up the Blink-182 What's My Age Again music video. In the background and play it with no sound. Is my YouTube just not gonna work right now? Not search rate. It's you actually don't get to look up the What's My Age Again video right now. Fuck you. We're shutting that down right now, sir. YouTube's just not working for me right now. It's like loading up to a point and then not loading anything past it. Is it everything or is it just YouTube? So it's just YouTube because Facebook is being fine. So maybe I close this YouTube tab and open another one and see what happens here. Open. It does. All right. Let's see. Is it gonna load up? No, it's not letting me search. What's my age again? It hates me. All right, whatever. I guess YouTube is just not my friend right now. It just doesn't want to work. That's fine. I don't need you to. Blink was naked. Okay, Blink was naked and weird. Tryon Hall reverse engineered. Wait, Tryon Hall reverse engineered. I'm trying to. My brain's not computing that comment. I'm sorry. Get a hit my other LCS in Franklin with tomorrow for Yu-Gi-Oh! Ooh, been cooking up top tier toxicity. Nice. Have fun with that. I haven't been doing too. I was gonna go to my friend's. Okay, so it was weird. So the friend that I went out with on Saturday, she was having a bonfire on Friday, and I have not seen that she made like a new event for this or anything yet. As far as I know. I went to go find her event today, and it had disappeared. She had an event, and I was like, "Oh, cool! She's having a get together at her house, whatever." It was supposed to be a bonfire, and then she saw the forecast called for rain, so there wasn't gonna, probably not shouldn't do a bonfire on the night it was gonna rain. So she's like, "I'm gonna move to Saturday." And then she moved it to Saturday, and then all of a sudden, the event disappeared altogether. Like, in my going events, it used to be there, and now it's just not there. And I was like, wait a minute. Wasn't that a thing? And then I was like, that's kind of weird. So it's just, like, 2 events that I'm going to in the future now. And I was just, like, kind of very surprised that her event just kind of disappeared. As if from nowhere. So my weekend kind of opened up in a weird way, because I had plans on Friday, then I had plans on Saturday, and now I have no plans at all. I might go to a little like ambient music festival that's somewhere, because there's actually let me back this up. There's a techno festival that happens in Detroit every year called Movement. It used to be called DEMF. Now it's called Movement. And this is happening this weekend. I think it always happens on Memorial Day weekend, actually. And that's why it's like 4 days every week, every time or something like that. I don't know. It might only be 3. I think it's 3 or 4 days. But it's happening this weekend. And then there's another like ambient music festival that's happening. And there's a lot of other music shows happening like at night and all this stuff. So I might go out there to do something this weekend. I might not. I don't really have the money to really go out, so I'm trying to be careful about that, especially because I'm going on this trip. And it's like, that's why I really should do some DoorDash like tomorrow and Friday if I want to go out like Saturday or Sunday, because it is Memorial Day weekend and it might be fun to go out. And I think I might go to my dad's house on Monday because he has a grill or like barbecue kind of thing over there. No, never mind. I'm just an autist. Okay. Well, I haven't been tested for autism or ADHD, but I sure hang out with a lot of people that have been and are. So what does that say about me? I'll let you decide. And I'll say the ADHD for the ADHD thing. Every therapist I've had in the last 5 years, within the first 5 to 10 minutes of our first session, goes, "Kyle, have you ever been tested for ADHD?" It's one of my favorite things about seeing a new therapist. I always get that question. I think I'm doing DoorDashing. I quit my job a few weeks ago. Okay. Honestly, DoorDashing, like if you need to have something that's like on your own schedule and everything, if you can fit it in and like actually find like times and places in your area where you can make some good money, it's not too bad. You just have to find out if it's worth it, especially because sometimes, like, you know, between like gas, and doing stuff, wear and tear on a car, that kind of stuff, it might not be always worth it, like, from time to time. But for my situation, I don't need to make too much money doing DoorDash, thankfully, so I can just kind of do spots here and there. But I also don't want to, like, I think I'm trying not to plan it as much. Like, I'm going to DoorDash tomorrow. I want it to be like, hey, I'm out and about. I actually feel like DoorDashing right now. Let's see if it's busy, and then I just do it. I keep the pizza bags. I keep the DoorDash bag. I have the red card on my Apple Wallet. Yes, that's what I've been told. We naturally find each other, apparently. So I don't think it's any. although I'm not like, you know, tested or I've never been actually clinically diagnosed or what have you. I am friends with many folks who have been, and they always say, well, you have some care. I was thinking about it earlier today. Yeah, I'm definitely not neurotypical. I can tell you that much. I was thinking about it today. I'm like, man, I feel like I dress like a cartoon character. I have like 3 different types of shirts and pairs of like shirts and pants combos that I have on. And I'm like, what does that say about me? as a human being that exists in this universe. What does that say about me? Oh my gosh. I've always been like I'm an odd duck. I'm more of a, or some might say a silly goose. And that is just one of my many things that I know about myself is I'm a goofball. I like to have fun. And if you don't like to have fun, you're a piece of shit. I couldn't even saying that sounds so mean, but like I could say it now that I'm not like actually like now that you know it's a joke that I couldn't actually get it out the first time. Now I think I could say it straight. Here we go. I like to goof off, and if you don't like to goof off, you're a fucking piece of shit. We're not friends. Get out of here. Leave. But that whole thing is a bit. It's a goof off. So it's like if you don't. I crack myself up. I give myself boners. When I look in the mirror, I have to ask, who's that man with that super fine ass? Oh, it's me, holy pee. My penis is going up now. What the fuck am I talking about? I need to stop talking I think I think every now and then I actually need to, on occasion, it's good to not talk. So let's listen to the music, shall we? We probably should listen. We could listen to more music on today's stream since we are about to go into music stream, but I have us in just chatting. I thought about doing a music stream, but I was like, do I want to do a music stream into the festival? Because like I'm like, you know, it's gonna be sets of people playing music, and I don't know if I want to be doing that, especially when I have a set in the festival, which would be my music, and I don't have anything to perform like my electronic kind of stuff yet. I'm still kind of working on that. I have to have something for June 12th that's coming up quick. So part of my time on my trip when I head up north is going to be spent making some like music beds and maybe like backing tracks for my live performances, because I'd really like to get that done, because I haven't really played live in like years, and so I'm finally starting to kind of get back out there and do that. And when I used to play live, I was not a solo act. I was very much like I'm drumming in this band. That's what I used to do. I hardly ever did anything else. I think I played bass. I filled in on bass and like guitar a couple of times here and there. I would switch out and play guitar here and there too, like in my bands. But I was mostly a drummer. And so now I'm kind of trying to do a thing where I play some piano songs that are like originals, and that can be played fully on a piano anywhere, just on any piano. but I'll play them on my keyboard, and then I'll have maybe some backing stuff that adds like electronic ambience and stuff that will will also where like I could like end a song with like the piano riff from this song, and then kind of splice it in and like mix it in as like a DJ almost. So it's like a hybrid set of my some of my original like live, like more songs that would be like, hey, I'm performing this live, with things that are like loops and triggers and pads and stuff. Because I'm actually going to be bringing up. I don't think you can see. No, you can't see it. I'm going to be bringing my I think it's a 49 key MIDI keyboard with me up north to hopefully write some stuff when I'm in the hotel room with that. And then I'm probably going to bring my guitar and maybe my amp. I might just record it through my laptop and my audio interface, which I'm probably going to take with me as well. I think I want to take that and like a mic and maybe get some like recordings of nature up north. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but there's also, I only have a week and I don't want to like try to overload myself. I also want to just have fun, and like I'm going to be going on hikes. But there's also a little bit of it that's like a business side. It's more just music stuff, but like I really want to, write a lot of music, and this summer is about putting out music and having fun and playing shows, and seeing what happens with that. And so I'm looking forward to taking this trip and going up, having a good time. It's gonna be interesting. I've never done anything like a solo trip alone, like driving, road tripping. But like so, I'm really interested in kind of seeing how I handle it and seeing what happens here. It's gonna be a new vibe. Wow, we've already been here for almost. Goals, what's going on? We got Salt Plant, first time shatter in the building. How are you doing, Salt Plant? Welcome on into the creamery. That's what we're called here. Don't ask why we call it that, but that's what we're called. And my name's Kai Will. I've been yapping for like 52 minutes already. We're vibing. We Gucci, cool. We Gucci. We're vibing here today before we get ready to jump over into the Maldad Entertainment stream, which will be hosting a festival over there for the next couple of days here up until Friday. I think there's also an extra special 4th day happening. I don't know the details on that as much, but I do know that tonight is the first night. We'll be raiding into that. That's supposed to start at 9:30 p.m. EST. So we got about roughly another 50 minutes before that starts. Another 50 minutes sitting here with yours truly talking about pretty much nothing. Well, I'm talking about my life and like other random bits and bobs here and there, old stories from my youth, which is something I can say now that I'm like in my 30s. Like I'm like, oh yes, stories from my youth, even though I still feel young. Like I don't feel that old. Like it is weird. But yes, Salt Plant, welcome on in. It's nice to have you here. I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday. Ye olden days, age dysphoria. It's just weird because like I think about it and I'm like, I don't feel very old. But I think the reason I like to say I'm old is because I'm as old as my dad was. I'm as old now as my dad was when I was 3 years old. So that seemed, when I was 3, the age I am now seems ancient because it's my dad. But now that I'm that age, I'm like, I'm not that old. I still got, like, now I feel like my dad's old because he's 30 years older than me, right? So I'm like, now my dad's old, but I'm that age. But then the thing is I'm going to get in my 60s and I'm like, nah, now I'm not old. Now 90's old. That tracks. Yeah, it's like this. That's what it feels like. I'm like, I'm not old now. Dad's the one that's old. But even though I'm in my 30s, it just feels like I'm like, fuck. And like, honestly, keep moving that goalpost. And I think actually, I read in a book once. I've read books. Look at me go. I'm bragging over here. I read in a book once. And it was the only thing that really stood out from the book. It was called In the Flow of Life. It's a very It's aight. It's got some bits and pieces that were useful. Like the one that I remember from it, which was a chapter where somebody was talking to an older gentleman, and I guess the person said, "Hey, like you seem, I know that you're older than me, but you seem to have this much more youthful vibe. Like, how do you keep yourself? Like, how old are you? And how do you how do you stay feeling so young?" And I guess the man's response was like, my friend, my age is none of my business, which seems a little weird, but if you kind of put it into perspective, it's like, if you don't really think about how old you are, this is kind of how I took it. It's like, if you kind of forget how old you are, then you're just as old as you want to be. Like you're like, you're only as old as you really want to be. But then, though, I mean, there are health complications that can come into it, which is where my grandpa's advice. And although my grandpa wasn't always the nicest person, he was kind of an asshole here and there, and he was kind of very shuttered off from everybody emotionally and everything. He had that that kind of vibe. Born in 1929. He recently passed. He unfortunately it was January 2024. But what I was gonna say was the thing that kept him going until he was 94 years old or whatever that was moving. He says just gotta keep on moving. As long as you're doing something every day and getting out of the house and keeping your body active. He was a avid golfer. He loved golf, so that got him out, and he would go walking 4, 6, 5 miles a day, going out on the golf course. And when the golf courses were shut down, he would go and just take walks around his neighborhood in the wake of the winter and stuff. And that kept him going, for 93, 94 years. I want to say it was 94. Man. So if you want to know how to stay going, 90 is the new 70. It kind of is, honestly, it's and that was the thing too, is nobody was really expecting my grandpa to go. We had just seen him at Christmas, and he was cooking, taking the turkey out of the oven and everything. So sometimes shit happens. It was unfortunate because my grandma had just passed the previous April, so they went within a year of each other, which I guess is also very common though, especially at that age, especially when you've been married for as long as they had been. So they didn't really have. I think that it kind of that was kind of what happened there. To bring the mood of the stream down when we're trying to pregame for the festival, let's talk about death. Love burns. Solution: don't get married. I already failed. I've already failed that, but then I got divorced, and now the relationship between me and my ex-wife is way better than when we were married. It's I don't want to go back to that. Let's go, death. We don't have to cheer. Actually, where's my little fidget cube? I'm playing with something that I could break. It's I actually have a fidget cube for this exact reason. It's not even mine. I think I found this in a box somewhere in my roommate's, and I just kind of stole it. I was this is mine now. I found a trinket. I'm like a fucking crow or something. Gollum. My precious. It's not actually that. I'm not addicted to it or anything. Ooh, this one's good right here. Look at this one. That's my nipple right there. I shook that. I can't. I want to stand up and put my nipple. Maybe I should stop smoking so much fucking weed before. I get so fucked up, and I come on here, and I'm just saying the most fucking fucked up shit. Oh gosh. So what you guys got going on Wednesday? What you guys got? I'm trying to think of what I've been I haven't been listening to a lot of new music recently. I've unfortunately kind of been I've been hitting a wall with that, I feel and I've been just kind of listening to a lot of the same shit on repeat. So I don't have any new music recommendations other than this festival that we're about to go to. I've just been listening to a lot of older Mr. Bill and stuff like that. Sticking with my oldies. I actually listened to some Pink Floyd with my dad the other week. That was fun. That was a really good time listening to Pink Floyd. We listened to 3 or 4 albums. I think we listened to Animals. I know we listened to Animals, and then we listened to Wish You Were Here, and then I put on The Wall. So technically that's 3 records. We didn't make it to anything else. Watching all the Myth Arc episodes of the X-Files. Oh, how many episodes is that total, Brad Boy? And that's like I never really got into the X-Files. I think I mentioned that on stream before, actually, but I never really got into that. I think I was too young when it came out. Yeah, I've definitely talked about this on stream. Oh, show. I was talking with my roommate today about how I made that my little like audio diary, like audio journal today, and how I think it's funny, like, you know, you see that a lot in video games where like people like make like little audio journals and then you find them throughout the world. But I've never really heard of many people doing that IRL. But I'm like, I should start doing that because like like I love talking. And I think it would be a good way, like, there might be, and I said it might be fun because maybe I could sit down and do it at my computer, like, do it here. And then who knows, maybe one of my journals, I'll say something, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of cool, and I could put it out as, like, a mini podcast. Like, Kai's thoughts. Oh, 80 episodes of the first movie. That's actually quite a bit of content. Damn, have fun with that. Love X-Files. Used to watch the vampire one and the Electricity Kid. Ooh. 80 episodes is quite a bit. How many episodes does X-Files have? Actually, I'm gonna look this up. You don't need to answer that question. I'll look up how many total episodes the series has here. The X-Files, 218. Damn, that was a longer running show than I thought. Damn. Yeah, it's like 218. You were right on the dot, Steve. Holy shit. Yeah, you were right on the fucking dot, bro. Yeah, I haven't been like watching like too much TV. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and it's been like very random. Some of it's just been like, oh, that kind of seems interesting, like just things about like, you know, maybe little history things here and there. Though I will say I have been watching just a lot of Twitch clips. Just like, you know, some like streamer clips, streamer antics. Scully was my first lesbian crush. I feel like you and like thousands of like other lesbians. I hear that one a lot. I feel like isn't it like a very common one? Isn't it like, I feel like that's the one, like that's like one that's like that's the one where I knew. Scully was when I knew. I feel like I've heard that. yeah, exactly. I know, right? Yeah. I think, I don't know, man. I think like probably for like I'm bisexual, right? But I didn't really like know. I just always thought it's like, why couldn't men be just as cute as women? I think I'd say straight up probably Aladdin from Disney's Aladdin was probably like, I was probably young and like even that young looking at Aladdin and be like, man, he's got some fucking pecs, dude. Like Nancy from The Craft. That one I don't know as well. Nancy from The Craft. What is The Craft? Is this something that I should know that I don't know? Oh, a 90s witch movie. Yes, I would not know that one actually. That seems out of my realm of like movies I might have come across as in my lifetime. I'm trying to like there's some good 90s movies out there that I've that go under the radar from there's also some 90s movies that a lot of people are always like, hey, don't you remember this 90s movie? And I was 92. So, like, I remember some more of, like, the late 90s movies, but the early stuff, I'm not going to remember. And honestly, a lot of the stuff that people, like, love from that era, I just didn't get into. A lot of people, because, like, late 80s, early 90s is what, like, a lot of people will say, like, you know, get into that era, like Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. I think that's, like, more late 80s, early 90s. Didn't really, that wasn't my era. Rugrats on Nickelodeon, though. That's like if you, like, we want to talk about Tommy Pickles, Chucky Finster over here. Like, that's more up my alley. And then, honestly, like, Disney Channel, too. I mean, Netflix made a newer The Craft, but it sucks ass. A lot of the Netflix, like, reboots or redos, newer shit that they do are just not good from what I've heard. Rocko's Modern Life is Life. So, here's the thing about some of the weirder shit that was on Nickelodeon. My mom wouldn't let me watch it. So, I was allowed to watch Rugrats. I was allowed to watch... there was another show, but I was not allowed to watch Rocko's Modern Life. My mom didn't like me watching that one, and I was not allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy. She hated Ren and Stimpy. But Rugrats was fine, and then there was another one that was fine. That was on Nickelodeon. That she was like, yeah, you can watch that, but I mean, obviously, I watched them when they would like show them early in the morning before my mom would get like up, and so she couldn't really regulate if I was watching Rocko's Modern Life. But I ended up watching Rocko's Modern Life myself. I didn't get as into it. Doug was good though. I like Doug. I didn't get as into Rocko's Modern Life as a lot of other people. Hey, Ren and Stimpy as boss. Happy, happy. Yeah, that Joy Joy song on repeat. That song, I saw my cousins introduced me to Ren and Stimpy because I wasn't allowed to watch it at my house, and I was I also never got into that one as much, but I appreciated it for what it was at the time. It was just too much, I think, even for me as a kid. The Mask with Jim Carrey, though, that's a movie that's like that's something that sticks out in my. Oh, what did he do? I didn't even know this. Is there some bullshit that the creator of Ren and Stimpy did or some shit? All these people have something that came out of them. Came out about them after, like 30 years later, 20 years later. Well, actually, this person's a piece of shit. It's like, fuck! I think I'm going to take a short break here in a minute because we are going to be sitting here for probably another like 30, 40 minutes. And I've been sitting here for like an hour, and usually I try to take a break, kind of like just to get up and stretch, move around, maybe refill my water bottle. Though I haven't really been drinking my water bottle. Release the bowels. Thankfully, I actually don't have to use the bathroom. I'm not really a fan of using the bathroom ever. It actually hurts me. No, just kidding. That's not the truth. That's actually the case for my roommate. So I want to like not make jokes about that because it's like, oh shit, my roommate actually has that happen. I shouldn't make jokes about this. Yeah, I think I'll take a short break here. I might go grab. Should I eat the last piece of? I'm gonna get cookies. I'm gonna get cookies. Fuck everybody. I'm gonna go get cookies. Be right back. I don't know how that would have worked. You guys can see me sitting down. like, like, the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck, dude? Lay off. Oh! Well, that's the worst message to ever come back to on Twitch ever. I'm back, though. He barely worked on the show, and Nick was left to produce the rest of the show. Okay, so at least it's like he didn't have as much of a hand in it. So it's like, it's easy to kind of be like, at least I could still kind of like. That is like really terrible though. I'm like, that sucks that happened. I shouldn't laugh after saying it's like laughing is like my defense mechanism with like things like this. I'm like, I have to laugh so that I don't think about it and I'm just gonna like, let me just listen to my music. Do y'all know the story of the three cooks? So, this is a tale as old as time here. It's called The Story of the Three Cooks. And it starts in my high school cafeteria. And the reason it exists, the story exists, is because every day in the high school cafeteria, they would have okay. So, let's actually back up a little bit here. My high school cafeteria, there, we were fancy in my high school, right? We didn't have just like one lunch line, not even just two. We had like 3 or 4. There were 2 main lunch lines that served like whatever that like was the main lunch of the day. You know, a cheeseburger, a popcorn shrimp with some fucking GFS mac and cheese. Whatever it was for the day, some cheesy breadsticks and whatever. So like, you know, they switched it up. But then also every day they had a line where you could get pizza or burgers. Every day. You had the option to get that. Now, there was also, this is how fancy my school was, an a la carte line where you could order like freezes, like slushies, and like Choco Tacos and stuff like that. But this is where the story started. The most coveted item for me and many people was the 3 cooks. Now, this isn't 3 cooks like people cooking for you. No. This was 3 soft-baked giant cookies. So even larger than this. Usually they were like kind of like that big, I feel like. 3 of them for $1 on the a la carte line. $1. 3 giant cooks. And it was great. It was fucking great. It was just the best thing ever because like they were really, like I said, they were kind of like soft baked. Like sometimes they weren't even fully cooked. It was almost like 3 uncooks, but he cut his contract in 92. So the first 2 reasons he had some input. Oh, 2 seasons. yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, Red Boy. Got me thinking about Sashaba Middle School. Yeah. When I went to SMS, I had like a t-shirt that they made or something. So I have like an SMS t-shirt. SMS. I don't want to say, I feel like if I say the year that's on the t-shirt, that kind of like doxes me a little bit too much. But there were like way too many people in that class of kids though. Man. Michael, I've really been just enjoying like the last couple of streams we've had here in the Creamery because I've just been kind of vibing out. I haven't really gone in with like an expectation of what the stream needs to be or what I have to do. I'm just kind of like chilling, having a good time, talking about whatever. And the streams have been like really fun. The last stream was actually like super fun. I went on earlier. I went on and I was like, hey, I haven't uploaded any of my like my past streams from the weekend to YouTube, and it turns out I haven't uploaded since May 1st when we had our Gargle and Milk stream. So I actually went back, and those should actually, let me check. I'm gonna check live. Those should all be now on my Kywell VODs channel. I should be able to at least make them public soon, but they should all be uploaded now. Yes, they are all uploaded now. But the one that I will make public probably soonest will be, actually I can make it public right now, to be perfectly honest, is the Gargling Milk one. So that's actually going to be live right now. I just made it go live on the Kywell VODs channel, which I don't even know if there is a like a fucking command for my Kywell VODs channel in my Twitch chat here yet for like Nightbot or anything. There probably should be, but there isn't. So that I can actually, you know, so that y'all can actually like see my my VODs when they go live over there. You can subscribe because there's only like 2 people subscribed over there right now. So Kywell VODs on YouTube, please. Go check me out. You don't have to, especially if you're actually here during all of the streams. Then you absolutely do not have to, because you're here. You don't need to watch the VODs unless you want to like see my pretty face and hear my pretty voice and all that kind of stuff, you know. Which, like, honestly, don't blame you. I'm beautiful. But we've actually done quite a few streams this year so far. I was looking at it because everything that's on the Kywell VODs channel is from this year. And there's like 17 streams up there, I think, right now, or something like that. Yeah. There was like 16 earlier. Yeah. So like there's quite a few streams, and then there's gonna be 2 more added soon. I think I'll have the Just Chatting stream that we did last Friday. I'll probably add that on Friday. I kind of want to like wait a week to maybe upload streams from now on. Like it could be up there the day after, but I want to make you guys wait. I'm gonna make you guys. It's just so it gives me time to do it, because if I say I do it the day after, I'm never gonna fucking get that shit done the day after. It's never gonna be fucking ready. I'm gonna fucking be wrong every single fucking time. Hey Jam, what's going on? I didn't have chat. I wasn't in looking at chat there for a second because I was on YouTube. How you doing? Hope everyone's having a great time. Activating lurk mode here. I need to try to find some food. Haven't eaten yet today. Oh no, probably should. Yes, get some food, Jam. Find some good eats. We got a good 26 minutes before the fest stream is gonna start over there. Thanks everybody for coming here to hang out before we head on over to the festival over happening 5/23/25 fest. First day, day 1. We're pre-gaming. You can type !festival in the chat to get more information about that, including some of the artists that will be performing here, having sets. Not sex, sets. I realize that saying that, like, I really feel like I have to enunciate the T, like, in sets. Because otherwise it sounds like sex. Kind of like I made a Snapchat yesterday. I ended up, I think I posted on Instagram, or no, TikTok too. Ooh, just had a veggie wrap. I made a frozen pizza earlier. It was a store brand, like like $4.50 frozen pizza, 3 meat rising like rising crust though. And then I put some like butter and Parmesan on the crust, and I put like oregano, basil, and garlic on it before I cooked it as well, because, you know, if it's gonna be $4.25 or $4.50 or whatever it was for the pizza, I'm gonna add a little bit of extra, like, you know, stuff up there. Eat some damn food. Yeah, get some food in you before the fest. I agree with Fenord. I love taking 3 meats at once. Only on Fridays. Actually, I take that back. It's Tuesdays. It's Tuesdays. Ayo. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. You know, I'll have to give that one. I have to give that one I think it's in like the first. It's one of the first Harry Potter movies. I think it's like the first or second. No, like like fuck Harry Potter or whatever. But like, there's one scene where Dumbledore's like clapping. He's clapping like this. He's clapping with like 2 fingers. It's like, bro, that's not even a fucking clap, dude. That's like, that's like, just don't even do it. Like, if that's the amount of effort you're gonna put into applause, just fucking don't. Like, actually, fuck off. This is not applause. And it's funny because, like, they show him doing it because he does it like this, or like maybe it's 3 fingers, but I think it's 2. And then when Harry Potter gets his award, he's like, yes, my boy. It's like, dude, you're a fucking dick. He doesn't want to release a big old Dumble Force wave. Actually, that can be fair. He's got too much Dumbledore and his Dumble Force. Can we actually Dumbledore on the Dumble floor, going to the Dumble store? I'm trying to avoid the obvious rhyme here. I think everybody goes for that one. Oh wait, like Dumbledore coming, Dumbledore coming in with his Dumble Force. He's gonna give you that Dumble course. You don't want to stumble over the There's actually like a lot of I feel like there's a lot of good rhymes within Dumbledore and Dumble Force and Dumble like Dumbledore, don't open the Dumble doors with that Dumble Force when you're coming in here with the stumble blower. Ah fuck! I fucked it up. I'm not good at freestyle rapping. I don't know why I ever try. I just need to give up. Give up. I was playing. I don't know how many of y'all out there played Repo. I'm gonna ask that question first. Because I was playing, and you stumble more. Ooh, I mean stumble more coming up like. Ooh, Grumble is a good one. Crumble you could put in there too. There's a lot. I think there's just way too many rhymes within that. But if any of y'all out there have played Repo, I have only played it like twice, but both times have been pretty fun. I played it once on stream with somebody, and then another time I played with 2 people off stream while we were like watching somebody else's stream. It was really fun. Now I can't remember what my original point was to bring up Repo. It was something about when I played it the second time, something happened, and now I can't remember what it was. Ooh, nice. What kind of PS2 games? It's funny because I've been playing the modern versions of God of War 2018. I've yet to finish it, but the last 2 times I've picked it up, I've only been able to play for like an hour because I just like wasn't clicking. I also think I'm like getting closer to the end of the game, and I have this thing that when I get close to the end of the game, I'm like, nah, I'm done. Ooh, Silent Hill 2. I've heard that's a classic, and I say I've heard because I actually haven't played it. I'm not big for horror games, especially when I was growing up, and that game came out probably when I was. I feel like that game's PS2. It's pretty young for me. Silent Hill 2. Oh yeah, I was like maybe 12. Yeah, so I probably wouldn't have that would have been a game I probably wasn't even allowed to like buy or rent or anything. It's probably rated M. Spyro. Actually, Spyro is dope. Spyro is dank. I'll admit though, this is something I've talked about on my stream a lot. But Pale Clone, Salt, maybe Fenord and even Jam. I may not have heard that me talk about it yet. Maybe though, because I talk about it quite often. Is that my gaming as a kid? I grew up only being able to rent both the console and the games until I was probably until the PS2 era, and so I missed out on a lot of PS1 classics that a lot of people played, and then I didn't really play as many PS2 games as the ones that I did play were I played San Andreas. I played a lot of the big ones, but I don't know. I think I played more GameCube and Wii games eventually, but the GameCube was my brother's, so I didn't play we played a lot of Melee and his sports games because he didn't want me to play Wind Waker or Twilight Princess or the games I wanted to play. because those are just you, and I just have to watch. And I'm like, yes, exactly. We don't have to play your stupid sports game. And NFL or no Madden, no. It was NCAA 2005 or 2006 was like his GameCube game of choice, or NHL. But Spyro, I played the remastered or like the reignited trilogy. That was fun. Same with Crash Bandicoot. I never really played those games growing up. I will say I played CTR, Crash Team Racing. That game, that was the one me and my brother rented a lot. And then N64, I have a lot of GoldenEye, like 007 GoldenEye, Mario 64. I remember renting the game Glover and Quest 64 a lot. Set me free in the world of Zelda. Zelda's amazing. I love Hyrule. Yeah, it's like, let's go to fucking Hyrule. Any of the versions have Hyrule. Even like, let's go fucking Low Rule, man. All right, cool. We'll be able to raid into the. I'll probably go a little bit like, deeper into the stream. It says sets will start around 9:45, so we could probably raid keep this stream going, and then like start thinking about raiding around 9:30. I'm having a good time chatting. Thanks for everybody for being here. This has been like a super like chill, just relaxed kind of vibe before going into the festival. I hope everyone's excited. Is everybody excited for the 52325 festival? Hype, hype, hype! I gotta get a little actual like good hype in here, right? I haven't been like actually hyping it up as much as I like. If I'm a hype man, like actually, if we're gonna hype man, this is the song. This is Let's Jam. Let's turn this up. Listen. I think I should dance to this song, right? I'm gonna eat a cookie now. Enough dancing. For those of you not in the know, I don't know if I've mentioned it today or not. All the tunes that I've had playing today are some of my music. Some of it's released, some of it's unreleased. I think that's actually released. SoundCloud and Bandcamp as Let's Jam. I've just been having my music play in the background today, as like a get, going into it, because like we're in the spirit of listening to more underground music. So today I was like, I'll pimp out my own stuff. Tomorrow maybe we'll do like other stuff from the community, because like I said, I'm gonna try to do these streams every day leading up to the streams, the festival streams. Gosh, I need to be more specific when there's multiple streams happening. Can't cross the streams. That was decent. Go! Yeah. I have one recently of doing a hype where I went I think I went like nearly 20, 30 seconds. Like it was at least 20. I love dancing. I'm technically I grew up as a trained dancer, but like dancing isn't about really training aspects of it. Like, obviously, if you count to a beat, you know how to, like, as a musician, which maybe, now I'm thinking about maybe being a trained dancer help me, help me as being a musician a little bit. Maybe those two things are interrelated in kind of a way. Especially because I'm like more always into rhythm. I'm a drummer. I like bass. Though honestly, I've been killing it with my piano recently. That's where I've been like really wanting to stick with things is going in piano, and I think I'm actually gonna record. Yeah, exactly. Being able, like, having to count like 5, 6, 7, 8, and then go into dancing. It's the same thing, you count in as a drummer before, like, you start your songs. I've always been, like I was mentioned earlier, I've always been the drummer. I always want to be the drummer usually. I think it would be fun to play keys in a band though. I think I would want to, like, I think that's something that eventually someday I would love to do. I was gonna say something else like before that had nothing to do with playing that way, but I could go back to talking about how I was a trained dancer. When I say trained dancer, I just mean I took dance lessons for like 7-8 years when I was a kid. My mom's a dance teacher. Her mom's a dance teacher. A lot of my family took dance lessons. So I'd go to like recitals, sometimes competitions. I think I only went to like 2 or 3 dance competitions. Are drummers as crazy as they say they are? Well, so, I'm a drummer, and I would say out of all the drummers I've met, I'm the most tame. I'm pretty fucking crazy. But I'm also crazy as fuck. I keep myself more tamed back on stream. I feel like, but even on stream, I can get pretty goddamn wild. I've had some of my moments. One of these days, maybe I'll have to bust out the good old Gilbert Gottfried impression. Rip. That impression. That's not a 9:15 on a Wednesday kind of impression though. I feel like that's definitely more like a 2 p.m., 3 p.m. on a Saturday kind of impression. Or maybe even 2 p.m., 3 p.m. on like a. Yes, the parrot from Aladdin. Yes. Which I just realized I said earlier, like, Aladdin might have been, like, the first person I could be like, yes, he's an attractive man. And then I say, actually, I think I'll do the parrot. Because I have headphones that are noise canceling. It's not nearly as loud. Thinking about the parrot thing. Where is my Iago? I have an Iago stuffy around here somewhere. I don't know. Yes, that's impressive. Thank you. I was hanging out, actually, with Maldad. Believe it or not, the night I found out I could do that, and there's a picture of me, like with my eyes like closed and everything, and I'm wearing like my Mayhem Festival T-shirt, and I'm just like, oh look at me, I'm so stressed out, I won't think. I have to back away from them. Like I feel like my upstairs neighbors are probably like, would you shut the fuck up? At least it's not like 10 yet. I won't do it again. Yeah. Yes, just briefly during that impression, I start practicing Judaism for like every Oy vey. And then when I come back, I go back to just being what's spiritual but not religious? Is there a term for that? Is that what secular? I thought secular just meant not. Is that? I can't remember. I always look it up, but I can never fucking remember because my brain is like broken. Oh, no spiritual basis. Because I have spirituality. I feel like this is a thing that I'll get into a little bit on stream. New Age prick. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. Yeah, it is New Age. I've read about that. Like the dawning of the age of Aquarius and shit like that. Though I'm not, like, I am kind of a hippie. I was gonna say, I'm not like a new age hippie, but I kind of am a hippie. Like, I mean, like, I got this, like, kind of tie-dye ass shit. I got little, like, mushrooms. I have 2 tattoos. They're both mushrooms. It's an Amanita and, you can't see the morel really as well. Yeah, spiritual is a very broad term. And for me, I like religion, like organized religion. Like I'd say like I would also want to like even broaden like religion between like organized religion and just being like loosely religious. Because I feel like maybe I am even religious, but it wouldn't be like any of the organized religions, right? It's not. I'm going to be following like a broader like sect of Christianity or something like that, or Catholicism. It would be like, yeah, I'm religious in the sense that like I would like to go like to a group of people that also think of spirituality in the same way that I do, and might believe in an afterlife in the same way that I do, but we don't follow one of the big, like 3 or 4. I'd say there's 3: Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, Catholicism. Being like really Lucifer's my daddy. There you go. Ooh. I was gonna say crucify me, daddy, but I don't think most people get crucified other than Jesus. Is there anybody else who's been like, was that like a very popular form of like, I think, see, I don't know if this is the question I should be asking on Twitch. Was crucifixion really that popular? Was Jesus like, yes, it was. Because like, you really only hear about Jesus being crucified, but I really never did my research on crucifixion. It was super trendy. Is that why he had that semi-popular or popular? It was semi-popular, which actually means that it was only regularly done by puppies. I might actually be the worst. Yeah, I've never done. I know a very like little like nuggets of like religious like religious like story kind of stuff like that, or I should say like I guess more. What time did that happen? Is that happening? Like religious times. What do they call that? Obsessed with I think that's gonna be one of my new things. I actually wrote that in one of my journal entries recently. Was I think I want to look into like just study theology for a minute, because it's been something I've always avoided my whole life. And when I say study, I mean like I'll read a couple like Wikipedia articles and maybe go into like Gnosticism. That's what I've heard that that term come up like quite often recently, and I actually want to do more research on that too. I've been doing a lot of consciousness, psyche. Me and my roommate have been both going back and forth on like Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud kind of bullshit more recently. Sometimes I like to, read about that stuff. I don't know. It's interesting to like read what people think, and then you can kind of come up with some philosophies, some like of your own, or like theologies, or whatever the fuck you want, man. It's just whatever it is. That sounds like the dude. I did watch The Big Lebowski recently. I feel like maybe that's where that came from. So actually, I'm gonna look this up right now. I'm gonna take a big fat dookie. What time is it? Okay, it's 9:24. We got time. Cool. I feel like I'm gonna get so distracted. I get like so distracted recently on these streams. Oh, interesting. Gnosticism is a term for diverse early Christian movements that emphasize secret esoteric knowledge, gnosis, is it gnosis or gnosis, as the path to spiritual salvation. The belief that the material world is flawed or evil, often created by a lesser deity, and that true salvation comes from death. I mean, I don't know if the only way to escape this world Gnosticism is death. Interesting. I like that. The secret knowledge is achieved through acquiring special secret knowledge that allows individuals to understand their true nature and their relationship to the divine. So taking fucking tripping on shrooms. It was influenced by Platonism, Greek feel. Okay, cool. I like Plato. Plato's closet, right? Yeah, he's the guy with the closet, right? That was one. I don't know if that's a very popular store anywhere else, but there's a it's like I think it's like a secondhand kind of like thrift place you can like trade in clothes for like store credit and whatever, and then people can come in and buy your clothes later. I don't know how like where where else it exists, but it's called Plato's Closet. Is it like I hope it's not only a Michigan thing. It's like, please tell me it like exists in other. Well, it has an American flag and Canada, so it exists at least in Canada too. Cool. Locations. United States of America, state. Oh, they have like a bunch of states listed here. So okay, yeah, that's the guy with the closet, right? No, I do think one of my favorite classes I took in my community college was my philosophy course. I really enjoyed it, and I actually still have my philosophy textbook. It's actually in my my little nightstand out in the other room. Which is now not actually a nightstand. It's actually just like a side table because my bed's in here, and there's not actually room. That's the one unfortunate thing about having my bed in this setup. There's not room for a nightstand with the door being there. So I might have to come up with some creative way to like have something to put like at least my water bottle down there, because right now it's kind of a pain. Right, I'm gonna start looking over on Twitch, see when we can start this raid going. I know it's not quite 9:30 yet, so we have some time before the raid, but I want to get everything prepared for when we go over there. Because we're gonna have a grand old time tonight, folks. We're gonna be fucking rocking and rolling, and maybe just rolling. They went live just now, sweet. we're gonna hang out here, I think, for another probably, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes before we head over there. Because I think they said on Discord that they won't even be starting the sets until like 9:45. But I'll start. We'll be winding down starting as of right now. So I'll do my final, we'll do our final stuff talking about Plato's Closet, and I'll just say some thank yous and kind of go over the next few days, what we're going to be doing here on stream with this festival. So before we go over into the day one, since they're live over there on Maldad Entertainment, but I want to say just thank you to everybody who was here today, hanging out. Radboy, Pale Clone. We had Salt_Plant, Fnord. I know we had Maldad in here earlier in stream. We've had a couple. I think we had a couple. Was that it? I think we had maybe one other person that like snuck in here and there. Fnordo was here, and I think like Radboy, Maldad. I guess actually at Jam. I missed Jam for like, and then Jam came right back in at the end. Oh my god. Sounds like I've been missing on some cool combo here, switching between devices and microwave. We've been talking about things here and there. I think there was one conversation that I'm definitely like, I was like, man, this is gonna be interesting when I do the re-upload to YouTube. I've definitely had some topics. It might have been talking about. Oh yeah, I think I was talking about sex work. I think I was talking about when I said every. Talking about making OnlyFans or something. That's gonna be very clippable stream we've had. But thank you all for being here. It's been super fun. Like I said, we're gonna raid out into Maldad. I will give you guys some raid messages if you'd like them. Here's one for anybody who can use it, if you'd like to. And then if you're subscribed, you can use this one, which Nightbot isn't subscribed because he's a fake fan. And we all know this. Nightbot, you're a fake fan. You don't actually Kai will know the Kai will love. It's great, but whatever. And thanks for having us, Kai. Yeah, of course. I always like having some folks on over into the creamery here, especially when we're gonna starting a festival going in this week. We got sets from so many cool people coming up. And actually, let me I have a sneak peek at what sets we're gonna do. I won't tell everybody exactly what we got going on. Ooh, we got some good stuff tonight. Ooh, the opener tonight is sick. One of my favorites, actually. I'm not gonna lie, from that channel. So we got some good stuff coming up here tonight. I know all the insider information. I don't know if it's actually been released what the sets were for tonight or not. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I've been really looking forward to this because I had kind of like a eye-opening moment a couple of weeks, like about 2 weeks ago almost, and I've just been like, I realized I needed to really focus on doing some stuff for myself and kind of getting out there and doing more stuff with my music and my Twitch stream. And so that's kind of why, like, last week I had 2 streams. We had Friday and Saturday. We're back here. And then before we go to raid, I'm just going to do one, more little thing here before we get the raid going, is saying that I will be live again, probably tomorrow. I'll be live a little earlier. Today we went live around 8 because I wanted to have about an hour and a half to 2 hours. We went almost 2 hours. I actually went live at like 7:45 today, didn't I? I went live earlier than I thought. So we will go live probably tomorrow, more around 6 is going to be my guess. I think I'm going to play some Stardew Valley before we raid out into Maldad Entertainment tomorrow, which will be the same case. So kind of a similar thing, but it'll be like a pre-game, but like less of like, hey, just chatting, but it's going to be like, hey, we're going to play some Stardew Valley. Not all that clear on set release. Feel free, announce the set for tonight if you like, Kai. Well, I know that I can say the set release for tonight. Okay. I mean, there's lots. I know who's playing it tonight. I can give you guys a sneak peek before we go in. Actually, yeah. Let's. So anybody who's here would know. If you want to guys know, we've got Extro coming up. Actually, let me see this. We got Saint Mop is the second one, but I couldn't read the third one. I couldn't read the second one, which is Neo Wakan. I hope I didn't say that right. Then me. And then Turing at the end there is Turing's. There's a full name there. That's going to be a fun night of sets ahead of us. Oh, there's a swap. That's right. Saint Mop swapped out for Pale Clone, right? Is that right? Did I get this right on my thing? On my thing here. Let me hold on. And then we're gonna go right into Why can't I click the buttons right? Yes. Yes. Okay, I got it right. I didn't even look in chat. All right, now we're gonna go right into. Let me make sure I spelled this right. I hope this raid works. Yay! Raid time. Let's get this raid going, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. My name's been Kai Will. This has been the Creamery, as per usual. I've had a fucking blast being here. We're about to go raid out into the 5/23/25 festival over at Maldad Entertainment. We're going to have a great time watching some sets from some of your favorite musical creators on the platform. Xro coming up first. We're going to jump on over there. Thank you so much for being a part of this stream, being a part of what makes this channel, the Creamery, so creamy. Everyone, see you all at the fest. Yes, we'll see you all over there. Let's go give Maldad a big, and let's go like happy 50 when we get in there too. Happy 50 hype! All right, because they hit 50 followers, so we gotta get that 50 in there. Happy 50! All right, y'all, let's go do this. I will see you guys tomorrow right here on the Creamery. Until then, bye-bye! Let's go say hi to Baldy!